Hey everybody, soybean farmer, April 24th here on the little farm down here in North Carolina. Well, been raining for about, all day long, started last night. I guess about 20 hours now. But it's been a slow, gentle rain, so accumulation there you can see is about 1 inch. And got a little bit of standing water right out here. But what I did on this field is just working out perfect. There's no wash that way. There's no big washout. Let's see if this will work. Okay, about middle of your screen right there is where I would have had a bad washout, but it's just fine. Tickled to death with that. So I'm real pleased with what all's going on here. This is the third time it's rained since I put lime out about 2 weeks ago, so that's gotten that melted and washed in good for me. Amazing. I didn't know we had any of those. I'm zoomed out to the max. He's just about center of the screen, but it's a wild turkey walking up and down the tree line over there. Be pretty cool if this comes out where you can see it too. You're right, good size one. Oh well, probably won't come out. You can see that was a right good little distance over there. Anyhow, I rode back here to see what this came out looking like. This is that really red dirt over here on the back side of the 6 acre field. It's where cousin and I were running that ripper. Right here's where we just about stalled the tractor out. Had to lift the tool to keep it from stalling down. But that ground was rock solid, hard as a rock. It seriously put some work on that 98 horsepower diesel, pulling that two ripper tool through this. There's no way we could have pulled a 4-shank tool with that tractor. Need a bigger tractor if you want to do that. But the rain that came in here after we finished this is it's been able to get down in that ground now instead of just, sit on the surface and run off. So I'm real hopeful about the prospects of getting back here and wrapping this area up with fertilizer. Now the fertilizer that I'm able to get is going to be 5-20-20. I wanted 5-20-30, but I can't get it in the bag size that I want. And scheduling to get that applicator outfit back out here to have them actually apply bulk, that's just a nightmare. When you work a part-time job off the farm, and anyhow, scheduling is just a nightmare. So I'm going to take my 3-point hitch spreader hopper and come out here and do it out of 50-pound bags. Cost me a little bit more for the product, but saved me the application fee. But I need to put the equivalent of 300 pounds to the acre just to meet the minimum requirements of what the soil test said do. But I'm going to do it. I'll make some beans out here this year. But we were talking about his uncle was pulling a ripper, and I believe it was a 40-20 with a tricycle configuration, and he snagged something in the ground, and it stood that tractor up and turned it over on him. Pretty bad accident. Took him a long time to recover from it. Anyhow, I'm going to show you a spot and talk about something that happened to me yesterday. What I found out yesterday is a cedar tree must have one heck of a root system on it. I was taking that ripper and going around the edge of fields that had trees on them. I wanted to cut the roots. I'd noticed over the years that in those spots the trees were sucking all the water out of the ground and soybean plants were suffering from it. So I figured drop that ripper real deep in the ground and cut the roots. And didn't have any problem until I got over here to this cedar tree. Here, let me show you the tree. Alright, there's the cedar tree. Now, the power lines go right through the top of it, and the power companies always come over here and cut the top out of the thing. I knocked a couple of the limbs off a few years ago that lean out into the field, and I want to go and knock the rest of them off, get it back to where it's the edge. But right down there is like red clay, super hard. And I backed that 40-20 up in this corner here and dropped those rippers in the ground as deep as they would go, put it in third gear, and started out across there. And right about, let's see, alright, I'll try to get it in the center of the screen. Alright, right about there where you see that really orange hunk of dirt there. Now I'll back up so you can get the perspective. I mean, I had just really got rolling good. I snagged a root right there, a big one, and it brought the 40-20 to a standstill. And before I knew what all had happened, I guess because my tires gripped so good, the front end of that tractor was about 2 foot off the ground. Okay, it seemed like 10 foot, you know, when you're sitting up on top of the tractor and all that's happening to you. It scared me good. I couldn't lift the tool. The tool was hung up under the root and would not come up, and the front end of the tractor was still climbing. So the best thing I could think to do was throw my cigar down on the ground and bump the throttle down and gently mash in the clutch and hope I didn't bend the front end when the tractor slammed back down on the ground. And praise God, it came down slow. But I ended up sitting there for a minute. Actually put the tractor in park and just sat there for a minute and thought about the event. And said, okay. I had to put the tractor in reverse and back up to get unhooked from what I had snagged. There's a lot of things that can happen on a farm. That was probably my most recent event that freaked me out, but good. I mean, real good. Up until that event yesterday, the event before that was, I guess, let's see, that would have been about 2009. I wanted to put the Ford tractor on a trailer and take it off to a job site. And when it had the gyro mower behind it, and that set the center balance point way wrong. And when I started up the ramp onto the trailer, the front wheels never did come back down on the trailer, and it stood up. And it about to come off the trailer with me on it. I managed to get it stopped, and I climbed off the tractor and said, whoa, that didn't go good. But that's you know, 2 opportunities where I have just about, in my farming time, turned the tractor over on top of myself. But this was my event. This will be in my mind for a right good while. Well, it's gone back to raining. And that's good. I like it. Let it rain. Put some more water in the ground. Make grass turn green and pretty. Yeah, I got to go back to the cigar shop tomorrow, go back to work. So today I'm just taking it easy. I got a lot of grass mowed yesterday. This is up here on my highway frontage right here, and I got that mowed. Got this spot over here mowed too. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my coffee and my cigar and enjoy life. Everybody, thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing.